So, Mr. Beast, I'm sure we all know about this situation. Today also, time of this recording, he uploaded a video despite all this controversy going on. But the premise of this video is to mainly just summarize everything that happened or that has happened in these past couple of weeks. And as we know, it all kicked off with Chris/Ava Tyson. He got exposed for talking to a minor at the time of that happening. I think a few days later, there was more to it than just, him talking to a minor, and that was he was in a Discord, the minor, and there was more than one minor in that Discord, which made it even worse.
And dude, I would inside of that egg and then watch her eat it, and then watch her have sex with another man while she comments about how my genitalia can never satisfy her.
Basically, the Discord was yeah, a bunch of minors moderating the Discord. There were specific channels that were strictly meant for
NSFW material. And don't get me wrong, I don't think there's nothing wrong with having, just people like minors run your Discord, but it was the NSFW part that he allowed them to run. Knowing he has minors in his Discord,
he's the one posting and sending all of these things into the that channel. The time that we're speaking of, when he had these people running the Discord, it was a private Discord to make sure everything was running smoothly. And then when he opened up the Discord to public, before he opened up to the public, he had the minors. One of them came out and said nothing happened, and another one came out and said, and basically proved that all of this is true.
And this minor, his name is LavaGS on Twitter. He came out saying after these leaks came out, where he got exposed by saying, I didn't get groomed, everything. This is not who he is. This is all a lie. And then another minor that was also in the Discord, who also moderated and helped to run Chris's server, came out at this time also, so I'll put a video real quick.
Chris Tyson from MrBeast used me, manipulated me, and did very inappropriate things with me while I was about 15 years old. I was actually friends with LavaGS at the time, who is the main victim of Chris that everyone has been talking about these last few days, who claims he isn't a victim, but we all know he is, and we all know he probably got paid off.
Basically saying that all of these things did happen, and it's not just he said, she said. He came with receipts. And then there was a little bit of a feud going back and forth with Lava and this other this other moderator. But essentially, Lava folded like an omelet and basically said, well, on the backtrack, and said, well, this all happened so many years ago. There's no way I remember all thousands of messages between us. It's not like we talk to Chris every day. He talked to us maybe twice a week. It was very inappropriate. Him talking like that in a Discord isn't weird. It's just his audience.
Yeah, so then another minor at the time claimed that she was SA'd by Chris at some point. So that's a third allegation that just came out in that span. A fourth thing, his own sister came out and said that he was a total weirdo and he only does it just to do it. It's like there's nothing behind him actually dressing up as a woman. She claimed that he isn't really trans. He really isn't going that route. I'm not sure that's true or not, but that's his own sister saying that.
This whole situation is weird, especially with all content creators / YouTubers or whatever, streamers. It's like a trend now to come out, maybe to be found as a member of the playground. There you go, member of the playground. I don't know what it is. MrBeast obviously did the professional thing by kicking him off the team, saying that we have no longer, we've cut ties with him. There's no longer, it's kind of weird because Chris made it seem like he left their own accord. But then MrBeast's statement come out and basically saying we kicked him off.
So who was lying and who was telling the truth? It's kind of just message
sketchy. And then, as he said in the beginning, MrBeast posted a video as if nothing is going on, and it seems like, we're not confirming anything, it seems like all of the negative comments are being blacklisted or deleted to make it seem like, again, nothing ever happened. I think he's basically just a little too quiet, even though he's also been caught saying some things in the Discord as well. It wasn't nothing it was inappropriate, but he wasn't talking to kids or anything.
Now, speaking of MrBeast, he was also caught up in allegations because he got caught also messaging in that same Discord Chris was in. Even though he wasn't saying the same things to the same degree, he was still in that Discord. So, it's kind of just like weird. He's aware of what Chris was doing probably. But yeah, it's pretty effed up to just let his friend do that. His best friend, I understand. That's your best friend since childhood, but you can't just let that slide.
Especially something as extreme as this. If I didn't know, it's different if you don't know. Like, let's say MrBeast never even knew this Discord existed and it was just something completely, separate that he was doing on his own. Then I'd understand. But this is something he was also a part of. And don't even get me started on the lolly obsession allegations against Chris as well. If you're familiar with the anime community, we know that a lot of the times some of these girls are younger looking or young and put in suggestive positioning and frames in the shows. But he was literally fiending for it. Like,
We all know who Sadman is. He was the one who provided Chris with those pictures and those suggestive material. And like he was just said, MrBeast was all aware of that. The guy on Twitter, it's called Dogpack404. He came out with a video on YouTube. I think it's about an hour long, maybe like 50 minutes, 40 minutes, where he pretty much exposed MrBeast for having fake giveaways, fake videos, which yes, kind of hurts to figure that out. But pretty much during his giveaways, going back with his shirts and hoodies, he had one of his coworkers who would go by the name Tyler kind of signed the shirt, and you see it in the video where he was looking around.
Will sign MB, deceiving people into believing it was signed by MrBeast. So here's a clip of Tyler using MrBeast's signature.
That's just one incident right there. The 10-minute video, the one that he has the street live 10-minute recording. One of the contestants, do the little obstacle course he had in the water, trying to escape that. People are saying that's also fake, maybe. I have no opinion on that. I just kind of watched the video saying, entertainment. Another video, the 100 be 100 challenge, the boys and the girls, he said that was fake. From the beginning, it was favored for the girls to win.
Never random subscribers. If you subscribe, you will not win $1 million. And what's even worse is that the results of this video were completely scripted. According to a former MrBeast employee, it would have been a PR problem if the boys had won by a lot. And because so many of the female contestants were MrBeast employees who got out immediately, production stepped in to actually make the results of the challenge closer. You can actually see some of this happen on camera, like when Jimmy pays one of the boys $10,000 to leave, which is twice as much as the actual prize money.
But yeah, the whole thing about, having employees in his videos.
I'm thinking about it. There's a video of the dude who spent 100 days. Maybe it was, I don't think it was 100, maybe it was 2 months, but he basically spent a certain amount of time alone, and I think it was each week or something, or the start of each week, he would take one item away, and it got to the point where the dude was going insane. He was breaking stuff. He broke the guitar, and the guitar had a check in it. Now, like, having all this tech come out, it makes me wonder, like, was that check even real, or like, was it designed in a way where at some point they were like, yes, like, go on raid and break, it's like hyper convenient for that to have happened the way it did.
And it's just like, after, just watching the videos already and then reminiscing back on the fact that these could be fake, yeah, I think, in my own opinion, I think most of them were faked, were scripted, which, in my opinion, if just this allegation came out of his videos being fake and scripted, I wouldn't care, because this has happened in the past. Pranksters doing fake-ass pranks,
Everybody knows that pranks nowadays are fake. Honestly, even with some of the content that we've watched and gave our opinions on, looking back, you can tell that it's scripted, it's fake. A lot of those couples content, when they say she cheated on me and got pregnant by another dude and wants to come live with me, some of the acting is convincing, yes, but there's just a lot of fake. I'm not saying it's right, but we're just saying there is a lot of fake content out there, so it's not surprising that some of MrBeast's content is fake. It's just, you would expect that somebody like MrBeast would be more authentic about his challenges, especially if he has videos of helping the blind, giving water to villages and shit like that. There's certain things where, like, if you're figuring out that some of the little stuff that he's making is fake, it makes you think, like, was the blind video thing fake?
It's him being a philanthropist fake. It's all that fake.
And how is he really getting his money? Is he actually scamming people? I'm not saying these are all the things he's doing. I'm just saying, now you question everything that he does.
It's a little convenient that every single time something is this close to happening, the contestant would make it out. Now looking back, it kind of makes sense that these videos could be fake.
But also, it makes sense. That's what gets
and that's how you get views. If he didn't do what he did in these videos, if they are fake for real, then no one watch them. So again, that's understandable that some of these videos are fake. But again, this whole situation is about his best friend, a guy who goes by the name of Chucky, one of his employees. He came out, defending him and saying to the debunker, he kind of went through what he said and said, no, this is what happened. But to be honest, going through what Chucky said in that Twitter thread, everything was kind of much, no, this didn't happen. No, it didn't happen. There was no proof or evidence to back up his claims. Looking at all this as a whole, it's pretty messed up. And as of the most recent situation besides the video, MrBeast has put out a cease and desist on Dogpack's video, pretty much. Don't do this, blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna get the law involved. But yeah, all in all, with this whole situation, starting from Chris, that's coming down to MrBeast now. I can't tell you what the hell can happen right now. I mean, I really hope MrBeast, his image, can get cleaned at some point, because he is such a huge influence, and his video is at like 900K dislikes right now, his recent video, and that shit looks terrible for YouTube as well. But yeah, let us know what y'all think about this whole situation going from Chris now to MrBeast.
But as you can see, we didn't really mention it. We are back in our spot for the time being, so We have space. You can see that the posters are back. The space is back. The couch is different, but we can make better content for you guys instead of us being scratched up in uncomfortable chairs. So it's good to be. It feels good to be able to make content comfortably.
That's all right.
Yeah,
Shit.
comfortable. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Y'all get in the case.
Um,